Hi, welcome back, and welcome to this week's talk about how to spend money on yourself guilt-free. And that's my question that I've put out to all of you single moms out there, is the big question. Yes, how am I spending money on myself? How am I treating myself? And how am I doing this guilt-free? And wow, what a big question to be answered and to ponder and think about, because I know when I first became divorced, the last thing I think that I ever wanted to do was spend any money on myself at all. I mean, it is such a difficult time to go through, and I mean, especially financially, that's probably the biggest one. And I know there's a joke out there that says, why is divorce cost so much? Because it's worth it. I don't know about that at the beginning. It's very, very difficult. But you know what? Like I said, it took me some time to get a grip on things and figure my stuff out financially. Money, yes, child support, having my own place, renting, kids' activities, and trying to keep everything up the same as it was in the marriage. It's a huge struggle, and getting back to work full time, finding some time for myself. Gosh, like when I go back to this time, which is approaching more, well, it's 5.5, it's getting more closer to 6 years now. Wow. Thinking about myself and spending money on myself was not a priority at the time. It certainly wasn't. It was everyone else and just kind of getting by and getting my life together. But you know what? It took time. And this is what I want to start with tonight, because I know that there are a lot of you women that are just freshly separated, divorced, and struggling with this. And what I want to say to you is that it doesn't really matter what you're doing, spending money on yourself, okay? Because it can be something really little just to make you feel good, whatever that may be. There's lots of things out there. I see lots of women. It might be that you're continuing to keep your eyelashes going. I don't know. Or your manicure. Or some clothes. These types of things at the beginning. Yeah, I got a great lipstick going on tonight. Maybe it's lipstick for you. That's one of my things for sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So just keeping some things up for yourself in the beginning that can make you feel good and feel special about yourself. Oh my gosh, because it's such a difficult time, like I said, and having something that makes you feel alive and beautiful about yourself, it can be a very depleting time to your morale and your self-worth. Absolutely. So finding those one or two simple things, maybe treating yourself out to a glass of wine with some friends, a nice latte with friends. These are all amazing things to do. But what I want to tell you is that I did those things too. Yes, I started with those things, and it gradually grew as I worked full time and made more money and figured out how to handle my finances, where all of that was going with the kids, with my home, getting some travel in as well, and just really being able to now focus on myself, because that's where this is headed. Is I want to say that moms are number one, and putting yourself first and foremost is the key. That's what I've been doing, and it has paid off tremendously. And you know what? Where I like to put my time and my money is in a lot of courses. I've done a lot of interesting courses. Anything to do with my personal growth is where I like to put my money. And even with all of this, have you ever even thought about something that's not even tangible? Like I mentioned some things before. These are tangible things. You know, all of the stuff that's just, how would I say, not superficial, but kind of like with clothes and hair and makeup and things like that. They're all tangible stuff and they're fun and we enjoy these things and they're important to us. But what about the things that just you can't really put a price on? And that's where I'm going with what I did. Eventually started to invest in courses and invest in myself, my own personal growth, really getting to know who I am. Because when you get divorced, what starts to happen is that you have felt lost for a very long time. I know that this is a very common thing for a lot of women, feeling completely lost in who they are and trying to get back that person that they were, that vibrant, full of life person who loves life, who wants to do things, and having that identity again is extremely important. Who the hell am I? Yeah, getting back to that. So that's where I put a lot of my time and money in. And yes, guilt-free, because I know that the more that I invested in myself, the more that my kids are going to benefit. And my whole life is going to benefit from this. So where I'd like to ask you tonight is, where do you think that you want to spend your money on yourself and treat yourself that's guilt-free, that you haven't done? Something that you've always wanted to do and you're just holding back because of the guilt. And I'm saying go for it. Really go for it, because it pays off tremendously. Look at me here. I'm going on live vlogs week to week and investing in this because I want a lot of women out there to feel amazing about themselves. Whatever that is that you're doing for yourself is incredible. So what is that thing that you've always wanted to do? If you want to share it, you can put it on here. You're afraid. You've got guilt over it because you feel like you should be spending money on your kids. That is a lot of us. And you know what? These kids are going to grow up and they're going to be just like us. They're going to be getting married, maybe divorced, maybe not. But you know what? Regardless, is what do we want to teach them? That it's okay to spend money on yourself. You're worth it. You're number one in your life. Put yourself first and seek the benefits from that. So I'm going to leave you tonight with that. This is just a really short vlog. And that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. Maybe something for you to think about. And let me know that thing that you've always wanted to do and you're afraid to spend money on yourself. Because you know what? Now is the time. Life is passing us by, women. And you're on your own now. Your money is yours and you can spend it how you choose to. It's very invigorating and very empowering. And it gives you a tremendous sense of self-worth. No matter how you're spending your money, make sure you're spending it on yourself. Have a great night. And I'm Lisa McCallum. I hope that I've given you something to really think about as single moms out there in this new world that you're in of being on your own. There's a lot of fear, a lot of guilt, and once you start doing these little things for yourself over and over, start doing bigger things, you'll see that you're on your way. So have a wonderful night, And I will see you guys next week. Okay,